Wagwan family, welcome back to Briscoe's Kitchen. In today's video, I'm going to share with you Jamaican spinach rice recipe. First and foremost, big up Father God, oh yeah. Now I'm going to show you all the ingredients I'm going to use to make the spinach rice. Here, I have a bowl with spinach. Just need to wash them and chop them up. This is the rice I'm going to use, Jasmine rice. Here, I have some pimentos. Here, I have some garlic. Here, I have one coconut. I'm going to use a piece of this onion. Also, I'm going to use a piece of this sweet pepper. Here, I have two Scotch bonnet pepper. I have three stalk of scallions. Here, I'm going to use some of my all-purpose seasoning. Also, I'm going to use a pinch of salt. Here, I'm going to use some coconut oil also. So spinach rice is very easy to cook. So first, I'm going to prep all the ingredients before I start the cooking process, okay? Now I'm going to rinse the spinach leaf them before. Alright, now I'm going to dice up the scallions. Now I'm going to chop the spinach. Just chop them a little bit smaller, not too much. Okay, now I'm going to break the coconut. Nice one. Catch the water. So I'm just cutting it up so the blender could blend it and don't stick. This is it. I'm not going to cut them no more smaller than this. Alright, this is the blender I'm going to use to blend the coconut. I'm going to add 2.5 cups of water. Now I'm going to strain off the coconut milk. So this is the coconut milk that I get from the coconut. Now I'm going to go and start the cooking process. Okay, this is the pot I'm going to use. So I'm going to turn on the stove. I'm going to add the coconut oil. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Now the oil hot, I'm going to start off with the onions. Now garlic. I'm going to add the pimentos. Now I'm going to add the scallions. Now I'm going to add sweet pepper. Add the thyme. Season with my all-purpose seasoning. 1 teaspoon all-purpose seasoning. Turn down the stove on medium. Now I'm going to add the spinach. And now I'm going to turn the stove on low and go and wash the rice. So I'm going to cook 6 cups of rice. So this is 2 cups right here. 4 cups. So that's 6. Now I'm going to add the rice to the pot. I'm gonna stir everything together. Some of people, look, the spinach, it spring a lot of water, okay? As you could see right here. Spinach spring a lot of water, so you have to know how much liquid to add to it, okay? Lest your rice will come out soggy, okay? Alright, now I'm going to pour the coconut milk inside. Remember, me use this cup to measure the rice, okay? So I'm going to use it to measure the coconut milk also. So that's 2 cups. 4 cups. 4 cups and a little bit. Now I'm going to add the salt to taste. I'm going to add the Scotch bonnet pepper. I'll give it a stir. So we don't need to add no water to this, my people, because as I said, the spinach, they spring a lot of water, okay? Now I'm going to taste it if it needs more sodium. So it definitely needs some more sodium. So I'm going to add a little bit more salt. I'm going to stir. Now I'm going to cover the pot for it to steam. It have a little hole here, so I'm going to cork it up to keep all the steam inside for the rice to steam perfectly. So I'm use a piece of aluminum foil. Now I'm going to turn down the stove on medium. I'm going to leave it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'm going to come and fluff it, okay? It should take 15 minutes total to steam. Okay, now I'm going to fluff the rice. So I'm just going to fluff it now. The reason why you fluff the rice, you fluff it for all the grain them to steam evenly, okay? You see the reason why I did not add no water inside of it? Because if I did add water, this rice would have come out soft, okay? So see it nice and shelly. So I'm going to cover it up for 8 more minutes. Okay, my people, this is it. Rice steamed to perfection. See this? Nice and shelly. Alright, now I'm going to turn off the stove. Now I'm going to serve myself a plate. Got this, my people. Nice and shelly. Look at it, my people. Look at it. Nice and shelly. Now I'm going to go for a taste. It's so flavorful. The taste all the coconut here. Let me know in the comment what would you eat this spinach rice with. And thank you so much to watch this video to the end. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more recipes. Peace out.
Briscoe's Kitchen and Spice. Yeah, the food is nice. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah, Briscoe's Kitchen and Spice.